Hi class, I miss seeing you guys. I have Nathan here with me today. He's my son. And we are looking at bees on some flowers. And that's what our lesson is this week. It's on pollinators. And bees are pollinators. Ooh, I'm dodging bumblebees right here. If you can you, I don't know if you can hear them as loud as I can hear them. Oh, they're like all over my face. If you look really carefully, you'll see so many bumblebees. Can you see how many there are? And there's a honeybee right there. You see there's two different types of bees here. There's a honeybee and a bumblebee. Both are very good bees. I wonder if we can get even closer, if we can see like the little pollen on its legs. It's pretty cool. So this week we're going to talk about pollinators and some of the bees that are around our area. Now honeybees and the bumblebees are really docile bees, which means they won't sting you unless you scare them or step on them or mess with them. But overall, they're very good bees. They're not like yellow jackets that just are territorial and will try to protect their nests. But these bees, their whole purpose is just to drink nectar and collect pollen, and that's where our honey comes from. And so we'll look at some more resources about how honey is made and the whole point behind why bees collect nectar and pollen and things like that. All right, so we'll talk to you later. Hi friends, still missing you guys on week 2. Today in social studies we're going to talk about pollinators, and as you saw in the video before this, there was a tree in my yard that had a ton of bees, different types of bees too. So I wanted to show some flowers in my yard. Maybe we'll see a bee too. But if you look really, really, really carefully, you can see there's like some parts that's sticking out of the flower that has a yellow substance on it, and that is the pollen. And the bees in the last video, you can kind of see on their legs, they had a little bit of pollen stuck to their legs. Well, when they fly from flower to flower, that's called cross-pollination. And did you know that most of the fruits and vegetables that you eat could not be possible without the bees and pollination? So I wanted to share some other fun facts about the bees. Did you know that flowers and bees set off electric signals so that they can tell where there's pollen and where flowers have already been visited by other bees, so they know not to waste their time and go there? And they also, when bees land on a flower and it's a really good area, they'll do a little dance called a waggle dance, and that tells the other bees that, hey, this is some great flowers over here, everybody come and check out the pollen. Let me see if I got this. If you guys subscribe to Epic, if your parents have a membership to Epic books online, this is where I get a lot of good information. But if you look at this bee in this book right here, you can see, if you look closely in the video I posted before this, you'll see that they're the little pollen sacs on the bee's legs, and that's how they carry pollen from one plant to another. So I was gonna go through my book here and give you some fun facts about pollination. So pollination, let me see if I can hold it up where you can see it. Pollination is the process of moving pollen grains from one flower to another. And you'll see on this picture, you'll see a wasp in that picture right there. They are also pollinators, however, they don't have those little tiny hairs on their legs like honeybees do, and to be able to transfer as much pollen. Pollination could happen naturally with the wind and also with mammals. So some animals carry pollen like bats and birds. They also are also pollinators. Moths and many types of flying creatures do carry pollen from flower to flower, but bees are responsible for the majority of it. So if you have a garden and you see honeybees, always leave those alone. They're very good for your garden. And at night, moths will pollinate the flowers. I'm pretty sure you've seen lots of bees in your yard here lately. Yeah, see, I got bugs flying in my face right now. But I'm sure you've seen lots of bugs in your yard, but here's some examples of some of the fruits and vegetables they're responsible for growing. Without the bees, we would have no trees, no food. All of our gardens would not work without the bees. So, as a fun homework assignment, you can go out in the yard and see if you can scope out some bees flying around. And there's, let's see, there was some facts in here about how many different types of bees there were. There's so many different types of bees. I'm sure you've seen wasps and hornets and honeybees. I'm trying to see. Oh, and in science, we're going to talk about entomologists and what they are and how important they are for science. But for social studies, we're talking about the importance of bees and pollination. And then we also have a fun experiment going on that I wish we could share with you guys in person, but I am keeping live caterpillars right now that are going to hatch into monarch butterflies. And I'm going to show together a video of every day. I document the stages that the caterpillars are going through, and then if we can get back in class in time, maybe we could release them with you guys. But if that doesn't happen, then I'll make a video and I'll release them into my yard. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any additional fun. Okay, here we go. That's what I was looking for. There are 49 species of bumblebees in the United States. That's what I was looking for. But all right, well, that's it for social studies. Get outside today and see if you can find some pollinators in your own garden.